Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello again. This is JDogX211, and how y'all doing? Uh, First and foremost, I have to apologize. It would seem that I lost the first few minutes of my last transmission. So, first of all, annoying. Second of all, instead of doing a full hour, I'm gonna have to do a little. I'm gonna have to cut to be a bit shorter. So I'm gonna sell for about the rest of my transmissions are gonna be trying to be about 45 minutes or so, and hope I don't get cut off again. Anyway, the most important fact that I lost at that point from the first like 5 or 10 minutes getting cut off was that I was putting down the ground rules for this new challenge of mine. Like I said before, I was a huge fan of this game when it first came out. Beat it like I want to say 6 times. And I haven't picked it up in about 2 years since now. But with the news that the new one's coming out later this year, I wanted to take another crack at it, and I figured I saw so many people, doing these Let's Plays and realizing it's so bad. I was like, I can do better than this. So I figured I might as well try. So, first of all, hit this, and we'll get this ball rolling again. Second of all, I want to restate my challenge, since I believe that's one of the things that got cut off. The trick is that I tried looking up a lot of these different Let's Plays, and none of them really had like a challenge put on them. It was, of course, challenges beat the game, but that was really all there was to it. So, I decided to impose a very special rule. I am only going to use 4 specific weapons for use in this playthrough. It's going to be a completely comprehensive playthrough. I'm going to do as many missions as I can. I'm going to do all the missions, collect all the goodies, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents and, of course, my opinions on the best way to do things and how to do them. But the important part here is that the challenge that I stated, I'm only going to complete this game with 4 specific weapons. Just hurry up so it loads. Alright. So, the only 4 weapons I'm allowed to use for this run: the Forge Fire, the Ice Rail, the Storm Slingers, since these are both technically the same thing, but one has recoil damage and one doesn't, and of course the Adapt Power Shot Bow. I mostly want to use this one because of the Harvester Arrow, and also because I do need some way to deal steady long range damage. But in combat, those are the only 4.5 weapons I'm allowed to use. Alright, so we helped Oddgrata, way up yonder. We helped Thok in Arena, got their spear back. So this game, I'm going to go and check out Brahm's camp. That's gonna be a fun little trip everywhere. And then I'm gonna go and kill the Sawtooth. That fight will take a whole 3 seconds. Also, I don't think I got to brag about this earlier, since that part was probably what got cut off. But the reason why I feel so comfortable doing this playthrough is, as you can see, I have quite a lot of experience. 381.5 hours. That's what happens when you play this thing through like 6 times in a row. In case you're wondering the reason why, these are the reasons why. I, of course, beat the game first, then I beat the new game plus, and then I found out about the Frozen Wilds coming out, so I beat that. Then I went to play it a 3rd time, got to the Frozen Wild, and I realized that I could get more than one of these, so of course I needed a full set. But an important thing to note. Oh, wait. that there really is no point in playing it a third time because, as you can see, once you do that, it's mostly just unimpressive and unimportant. It's the reason why so often my most powerful weapons have a handling at the end of it. Because once you increase it that much, there really is no point to it. It's much better just to have a increased handling of the weapon so that you can then fire it faster. At least for me, that was my opinion. I mean, literally, even on you know, like ultra hard, it still wasn't very challenging. The reason why I had to impose this little rule of mine, only using my most costly weapons. Which is also the reason why I wanted to use the harvester, the power shot, because of the harvester arrows. That looked like a patch of blood for a second there.
Save this for later. This must be Bob's camp. Better clear out those watchers. Quick way down.
I gotta wonder what they use the blue dye around here. I mean, everything you see in the Nora is dyed blue. I wonder what pigment they use, or what the source of their pigment is. Just want to set that fire off. Ugh, this will be so much better once I get that stupid... This will be so much easier once I get that. Of course, also once I get these. FYI, the Forger is definitely what you want to invest in first. Most heavily invest in first. Without question, there are some of these, the Brave and the Proud, that you need to get. Silent Strike when you're first starting out is a godsend, since after all, you won't have the artillery or the physical abilities necessary in order to take down any of the bigger machines. Yeah, Strike from Above is good, but it's for, you know, a more agile and experienced player, so I wouldn't recommend that. Strike from Below, and of course Leader Strike. Let me think. But after that, low profile, quiet sprint, and all that. Also, of course, concentration. Makes it a lot easier to shoot. And critical hit. Critical hit and critical hit plus. I get those first. Silent, Hunter, Concentration, Critical Hit, and Critical Hit Plus, and then get everything here. Everything. Get those like 3 or 4 things first, and then get all of this. Or actually, no. No, let me rethink that. Get these. Get that first. Get these second. Then Hunter Reflex. Then Concentration. Criticals. Gatherer. Scavenger. Healer. Herbologist. Disarm Trap and Tinker. Then Ammo Crafter and Scavenger. Do those things in that order, and this game will go so much smoother for you along the way. I wonder if he put all these in here. He had 10 years after all, so he had plenty of time to build. Alright. So.
Blood, but no body. There's gotta be more to this.
Gee. Great way to remind yourself of your screw-up.
Looks like a few drops of blood lead away from the camp. Whose knife is this? Did someone attack Bomb with it? Looks like more blood leading away from here. There, a bucket. Did someone bring the blood to the camp? The trail of blood ends here. But whoever left it must have also left tracks. Just stay out of their way for now.
This is one reason why I made sure to get lots and lots of blaze, chill water, sparker, and of course, wire and echo shards when I first started this, because you're not gonna get a chance to get any of this until after the proving, mostly. So I made sure to stock up. But now time to keep going. Also, I believe this got cut off as well, but make sure that when you come to a settlement in the Nora territory, a hunting ground, a cabin, anywhere, you look for these guys. There's 23 training dummies in the Nora territory, all the way from here to up there, some around here, and there, but none past here, I want to say. So within this area, there are 23 of these little grazer-looking dummies, and they're supposed to be for target practice. But basically, the hardest trophy in the game is actually knocking all these guys down. It's easy enough to do; you just gotta hit them. But finding them is the hard part.
Start.
I think it's like 2%. I want to say the the percentage of those who completed this. Meh.
That's twisted. I wonder if the blood from the camp came from this boar.
Ew.
If Brahm did this, why does he want people to think he's dead? And why desecrate the shrine?
I gotta wonder what that's supposed to be. I mean, I can't help but think that this is supposed to be an idol of some kind, but what is it supposed to be?
What are those scrappers picking at? Looks like there's a watcher. Whoever I'm following made short work of it. If it's Brahm, he definitely knows how to handle a spear.
Toast your ass.
The snow's got a bite out here.
One thing I would note. Why is it that the scrapper gets such a cool execution animation? Most of them, it's just stick it. But then, you get, but then the scrapper gets, this cool one where, it's a multiple stab point execution. Granted, I don't like it because it destroys both the sparker and because it destroys both the sparker and... Where is it? Ah! The metal vassals. It destroys both the sparker and the metal vassal. It's a much more valuable thing that you get. Okay, I was having a small problem there with my headset for a second.
Someone loaded these supplies. Brahm was an outcast for a long time. Why take food and gear now?
Especially since this thing's supposed to be over. Fun hack. Now, most people call this the best armor in the game. Me, I feel that, you know, all it does is offer you that extra layer of protection, and once it's gone, you're completely exposed. I can't help but think, you know, that is just... It's a one and done. I mean, watch. It's good for situations like that. But, you know, the Silent Hunter keeps you from being seen. And the Chieftain Adapt armor, of course, is very loadable, and it regenerates health over time. Also, in case you're wondering about the scarf, I typically take that off. As you can see here, you have the ability to take the headpiece on and off. Ordinarily, that means you lose the helmet, the snazzy crown that you typically wear to cover your head. But in this case, it takes off that annoying scarf. Which of course is good because I like looking at a person in the face when I'm having a conversation with them. No matter who or how I'm having a conversation with.
It's the supplies from the cache. Why would they take them and just throw them away?
It's the same reason I don't like talking on a phone. I get a lot more from a person when I'm looking at them square in the face. Now, up we go. One important thing I should state. Depending on how you handle this, you'll have potential to meet these guys later.
I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself before I hurt her.
So it's a good idea to treat everyone you meet in the Sacred Land carefully, because during the siege of the
I
North,
won't listen. Not until you promise.
and of course it's raining.
I will. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself before I hurt her. You're not a spirit. What do you want?
I want you to step away from the edge, Brom.
No. Leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to think? How am I supposed to think when everybody is shouting at me?
Ordinarily, I'd say, you know... Ordinarily, I'm a very compassionate person. Very empathetic. But I think this is a time when you need to play smart.
I'm not shouting. I know you're a good listener. So come listen to me, just as you would the others.
They say not to listen. But Alara always said, never ignore a speaker I can see. All right. I'll hear you out.
That's better. Now tell me.
Spirits of the forgotten. Souls cursed by the All-Mother. Their voices. If I go back to the Nora, they might make me hurt Alara. And I...
Do you have to listen to the spirit?
They're speaking to me right now. Oh is with me. They take care of, except when they scream. Like when that hunter knocked me down. Crush his skull with the rock, they said. And I did.
Brom, you're alive. Oh, Mother be praised.
Is it just me, or does she look a lot like
I'm sorry
Gaia,
I followed
actually?
you, but I had to make sure he was all right.
No. Please, sis.
I need no protection from you, Brom.
He fears these spirits that he hears will turn him against you. Unless your voice can quiet them?
Yes, just as it was before.
I don't want to hurt you.
Brom isn't ready to return to the Nora.
There's a place where I can stay. A cave on All-Mother Mountain. I suppose you could visit me there, so long as I'm strong.
You will be, Brom. I'll help you. Thank you, Aloy. I'll take care of him now. May you walk in all...
It feels good to help people. Alright. That'll help some more. Don't need that. Got that. Now.
Come on, then.
Now. Shoot, there's no zipline. Like I said, sometimes it's a convenience, other times
I can
it's a
get out
nuisance.
of this.
That was higher than I thought. Now.
Whatever they're hunting out there, it doesn't sound easy.
Aloy, you're here. You have the firearms.
I do. Those explosions and shouts beyond the embrace.
You will know soon enough. Until then,
Wait for dark. I got Odd Grata her rabbits, for which she thanked Allmother, of course.
it was All Mother working through you to bring...
Oh,
You always
shut
say
it.
that, but I was there and I hunted alone.
And you always say that. And so, make yourself alone.
I saw Karst and got that.
I hate to think what that outlawed trader charged for a weapon of that make.
It wasn't cheap, but the caster is worth it.
Perhaps. You'll know it's worth soon enough.
I don't understand. Those explosions are...
The lesson will be taught in due time.
Pfft.
Is something else?
No.
Are you worrying about what happens after the proving?
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast. To be shunned.
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't...
There is much to do, Aloy. We'll discuss this later.
Okay.
Stubborn old man. I mean, I get why he's saying it, but jeez, you really think he's known this girl literally her whole life, and you really think she's gonna do any of that?
Still a while to go before dark.
Good idea. There'll be no time for sleep tonight.
Opening a gate for an outcast?
Some who are shunned reaped honor before disgrace.
So much for tribal law.
I spoke to no one, and now we must both keep silent, for we are outside of the embrace. These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth, and it's something new. Something angry. Since they first started appearing 10 years ago, they have killed many braves.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Ah, so I can't take that.
Follow the path. It's not far.
That cabin. What happened to it?
A machine, that's what.
What sort of machine does that?
The sort of machine you're hunting
Ooh.
now.
Ah,
Oh. I see.
I saw it through the heart.
I'll watch your
of the night.
carcass. I'll harvest the parts.
Watch your
Son.
surroundings.
Yeah. Sawtooth heart would have been nice, but... Still, it's a rare piece. I guess I shouldn't complain. Gonna nail this bitch fast. Oh,
It won't be much farther now.
Why are we the only ones out here tonight? Why can't the tribe's braves hunt this machine?
They did. The kills we've passed are theirs. Tomorrow, they will hunt again.
They won't need to. This machine will be my kill.
Or your death, if you're not careful.
ooh, and thank you. And here we are.
An entire lodge wrecked by sawtooths? How many were there?
I didn't bring you here to answer questions, Aloy. I brought you here to deal with that.
God, I wonder if he was so cryptic before all of this. Basically managed to get a shot of it in the daytime. Aha! Since it's a cinematic, you can't control what time of the day it is. But you can manipulate the colorization, and if you switch it to summer, you can actually get a good look of it while it's like as if it was the daytime. It's a shame. In exchange for its maneuverability, it has to use that polymesh armor. This is just a personal theory. I'm not sure how true it is, but I think that the reason why these guys are vulnerable to fire is because that they have to use a lighter poly based armor. Poly. Shit. It's plastic. It's like a high impact resistant plastic that's capable of withstanding, extensive weathering and use. It's not metal like what you have on most other machines. Price it pays for its agility. You can't wear heavy full metal armor.
It's huge. How do you defeat it?
That will be for you to decide. This hunt is yours to make, Aloy. Yours alone. No matter what happens, I will not intervene. Do you understand? You are on your own.
I should stay out of sight. I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
Now, like I was saying, its body is weak to fire, and that I think is because it uses it probably uses a polymetric armor. That is to say, it's made of plastic instead of metal. That's how even though it's so big, it's able to move so quickly. Doesn't have a full set of metal doesn't have a full metal suit like what the Thunderjaw has. Now, as for its weakness, That's, well, obviously, its armor can easily be set on fire, but it also has an enormous blaze canister on its underside, so if you hit that with an arrow, it will explode and set it on fire all in one shot. But I don't have to worry about that. Ooh! Sawtooth heart. Lucky me.
Why did I bring you here?
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
No. Follow. These are Nora hunting lands. They must be protected. If you hadn't destroyed the Sawtooth, how many Braves might it have killed or injured tomorrow? The lesson lives within the question, Aloy. For years, you've trained to win the Proving, but only for yourself. As a Brave, it will be your duty to fight for your tribe.
My tribe? You said I wouldn't need them.
But I never said the tribe wouldn't need you. The strength to stand alone, Aloy, is the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than yourself. That is the lesson you must learn. And remember it. After the Proving. And after I'm gone. We're finished here. Follow. Dawn has passed. This will be your last day in the Embrace as an outcast. Use the time to set your mind on the challenges before you. When it is time for you to go to Mother's Heart, I'll be waiting for you along the way.
I understand the final lesson, Rost.
Do you?
But if I'm going to stand for something, it'll have to be something I believe in.
Then I hope you find it.
Damn right.
Aloy. I hope you do.
Unimportant.
I'll see you at Mother's Heart then.
You will.
Alright, got those out of the way. Next up, the Proving, Mother's Heart, and ultimately disaster. Unfortunate, but true.